everybody, welcome to Channel Awesome's Orbit Report, your source for everything happening around the world in pop culture and entertainment news. I'm Heather Roos.
And I'm Aiyanna Wade.
And this is your news for Monday, September 25th. Earlier this week, director Damon Lindelof released on Instagram a photo of a statue of Night Owl, Hollis Mason Night Owl, which is confirming that in pre-production right now is a Watchmen mini-series on HBO. And we've been talking, it was kind of teased, maybe it might be happening in July, but the director kind of pushed it aside, saying that, you know, if we were gonna do it, I wanna make sure that it's perfect. I have a lot of respect for the source material. So then we kind of speculated maybe it won't be happening, but now it is, and it's in pre-production.
Well, talk that one up, didn't he?
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm excited to see it. I'm not 100% sure we need it, but I'm excited, especially if he has such respect for the source material, as a lot of us do.
Better have an intimate scene set to Hallelujah, and then we're good. Also this week we saw a trailer for Wes Anderson's new film, I Love Dogs, which looks very much like the feeling of Fantastic Mr. Fox, that sort of kind of animation like style, and it's set in Japan in the future. So that looks super adorable. The texture of everything looks gorgeous, and I'm very excited to see a new Wes Anderson film.
Yeah, it looks very Wes Anderson-y. If you know him, you know what we're talking about.
Classic like layouts of the shots and storylines. He also likes to reuse actors, voiceover actors as well, so it looks like classic Wes Anderson, and I'm very excited.
Yeah. Also, earlier this week, another trailer came out for Tomb Raider. Well, the trailer was preceded first with a little bit of a teaser, and then a poster, and then we got the trailer. And it looks pretty cool. It looks really accurate to the newest video games, which excites me. I only started playing some of the new one, and then my old computer died, and I got really sad. So now, man, I want to pick that back up. If anything, I want to play the game because it looks really fun.
Yeah, Alicia Vikander looks great. Her whole look looks really cool. It's very neutral earth tones and everything, blends in the background very much like Laura Croft too.
Yeah.
And she's got tons of slow-mo jumps packed into that small trailer. It seems like a lot of falling, a lot of jumps, so I'm very interested to see how they're going to progress her character in the film, or if they're just going to make her be amazing and badass all at once. Action, action, action. So,
yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, it looks good. I don't think it looks like it is going to be the movie that saves all video game movies, but I also don't think it looks awful. So I'll see it. I'm definitely excited for it.
Also excited for an action trailer was the Punisher drop this week. That one was a really well edited trailer. Had some sweet electric guitar, some double bass pedal, you know, get you pumped up, get your blood flowing. Lots of blood, lots of guns, lots of explosions. Very, very, very Punisher.
Yeah, but I'm still a little nervous for it, to be honest, because one of the things I loved about him in Daredevil was that he had those amazing character moments that felt so genuine, and he was a great counterpart to Daredevil with their moral struggle, I guess, against each other. So this makes it just seem like it's gonna be a lot of action, 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 which, I mean, would be fun.
As long as it's done correctly and not like other Netflix shows surrounding a male. But also, I'm not really sure if they're showing the Frank Castle origin. It looked like we might be getting flashbacks, possibly. I'm interested to see how the layout of the show is, if it's a lot of flashbacks to his like wife and family being obliterated.
Which we saw in the first 5 seconds of the trailer.
5 seconds, gun to head. Great.
Awesome.
Starting the ball rolling. But I'd like to see some better balance, like we got kind of out of Daredevil and got to see some of his character stuff working. It's hard to show that in a trailer, so obviously our minds are open, but we'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, and we still don't have a release date for it.
In 2017.
It was redacted out of the trailer, which I thought was kind of a fun little thing to throw in there, very thematic that it was redacted out of the trailer. So 2017? Question mark? Sure. Speaking of superhero TV series, or well, comic book TV series. The CW released a whole bunch of news this week about their comic-related TV series. The first thing is that a couple of weeks ago, we mentioned that Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, might be in Riverdale. Turns out, she's actually getting her own show, and it's going to be what they're calling a companion show to Riverdale. So we still don't know if that means that she'll be in it, if they'll just kind of reference each other, if it'll be kind of like the Flareoverse in the way that they might have crossovers every now and then. But the show is going to be called The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, based on the comic, which is a lot more down-to-earth, gritty, realistic, and horror themed. So it might be a horror show.
I'm very excited to see where they go with it. As long as they have Salem the cat, I'm happy. Me and my black cat. Also in comic book trailers, we got to see the Flash trailer for the season returning. And Barry's back with a beard.
Woo!
We got a little bit of teaser on Instagram. We got to see his beard for a while, so that's less of a surprise. However, it looks exciting. He's back. They're trying to save him, bring him back. We'll see what happens this season.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was really kind of an odd choice at the end of the last season.
Yeah.
Spoilers, sorry everyone, too bad. At the end of last season, he went off into the Speed Force, and I thought it was kind of an odd choice, and it's even more odd, I think, that they are bringing him back so quickly in the trailer. It's kind of low stakes. Like, we already see him attempting to bring him back in the trailer. But
well, the show's called The Flash, so
we could have the Kid Flash. Some of us love Wally West. It's me. They also, for the DC CW, they also released a poster of the crossover event. And you guys, we're gonna have a DC Crisis.
Yes!
I'm so excited.
Crisis on Earth X.
Yes, it's not an Infinite Crisis, whatever. It's a Crisis on Earth X. So in the poster, in the foreground, there was a lot of things going on. So in the foreground, we saw Barry and Iris in their wedding clothes. So maybe this is going to interrupt their long-anticipated wedding. We don't know. And then on one side, they had all of the current CW Flareoverse characters that we know and love. And then on the other side, they're facing off their evil counterparts from what we can only assume is Earth X. And that's Supergirl.
Yeah. She looks so cool. She looks so cool.
It looks so fun. It's so cool. And like the Reverse Flash had 2 flashes on his suit. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. And that's going to be a 2-night crossover. Right. So it starts on Monday, November 27th. And it's going to start with Arrow and Supergirl and then continue on the next night with Flash and Legends. Oh, and we also saw on the edges all the characters. And they're going to have the live action premiere of The Ray.
Yeah.
And he's getting his own animated series on the CW Seed right now that's in production, and the same actor who plays him as a voiceover is also playing him in real life in the Flareoverse.
That's exciting.
So, yeah, it's an interesting...
I thought it was interesting that they did a drawn, photo rather than an actual live capture photo and, like, edited the crap out of it like a lot of our posters get. I thought it was a really, really nice, like, throwback to comic books that look really beautiful artwork and stuff.
It really looks like a comic cover. At first I kind of scanned past it thinking it was a comic cover, and I was like, wait, no, what? DC crossover? Hi, what's this?
I mean, we've had some issues with movie posters, Spider-Man. So I really like that they're going back to the artists and asking them to make posters. I think that's the right step comic book wise, and I really appreciate that.
In other news, Blade Runner is getting a whiskey. Yes, yes. Johnny Walker is releasing a special edition bottle that is from the movie. If you've seen Blade Runner, think you know it's the bottle. It's gonna be $90 because it's very limited release. There's only gonna be 39,000 of these made. We didn't quite even hear when exactly it's coming out. So if you are a fan of Blade Runner or you know a fan of Blade Runner, keep your eyes open, get that whiskey.
Get that whiskey. I just saw it for the first time in IMAX this week and it was pretty mind-blowing. The detail was, what?
Oh man, I'm like jealous of you that you got to experience it in IMAX.
For the first time ever. And it was the final cut as well. So it was like the ultimate version that you could possibly see. And I saw it and it was, wow. It was quite the experience, I gotta say.
That's
Beautiful.
awesome.
Well, that's about it from us here. Heather, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at Heather Roos, Instagram at HRoos, or twitch.tv/Heather Roos.
And as usual, you can find me on Facebook at Aiyanna Wade and everywhere else at Awesome Aiyanna. So we'll see you guys next week. Let us know what you think about the trailer reactions down below, or what you think might be coming up in the DC CW crossover episode. We're very excited to talk some comic book news. You know us. So let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, we will catch you next week. So, beam us up.